What's going on, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Abnormality, entitled Contaminating the Hive Mind. This is released on Severed Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Marlborough, Massachusetts, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be brutal death metal with a heavy emphasis on modern metal and technical death metal. I mean, if you were to imply elements of bands like, let's say, maybe Origin, mid to early Deeds of Flesh, hell, maybe even Hate Eternal and Cryptopsy, you would have the sound that is Abnormality. They came out with a demo release back in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. Some really impressive stuff. Impressive to the point where one of the songs on that demo made it on to the video game Rock Band 2. I believe that was a special hidden track that you could unlock. I think that's pretty damn impressive that a video game franchise recognizes some really solid talent in this band to have put them on a video game. I think that's really cool. Then they came out with an EP, The Collective Palm and Mortal Oblivion. I thought that was a step up, both musically and in quality form from their demo. Really awesome stuff. And now that they're on a really formidable metal label like Severed, the buzz around this band has been slightly growing just a little bit. And I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this, especially my good buddy I Am Count Kronos, who got me into this band. So I owe him a great debt of gratitude for showing me this band. Now we get on to Contaminating the Hive Mind. It's 8 tracks, and it runs about 34 minutes in length. And I can safely say, after giving this a few proper listens, this is a band that is definitely worthy of all of the buzz and all of the hype that they have been getting. This is hype you should definitely believe and get yourself into. The guitars on this album are just absolutely sizzling. I just love the way that they're executed and the way that they're played. Very destructive riff work going on. Very heavy, very crushing. Even extremely brutal at times. To the even more technical aspects of the solo work. The solo work is frantic. A lot of chaotic structures going on. Very nicely done. Very beautiful. I love the way that it sounds. Bass-wise, very good tone in the mix. Very audible, very clear. It does show itself off when it needs to. It backs away when it has to. And it really delivers a very great accompaniment to the guitar. The bass work is just absolutely awesome. Drums. The drums are just aggressive throughout this album. Very fast double bass. Very heavily reliant on blast beats. It kind of feels as though at times you're hearing drum work reminiscent of, let's say, maybe Aborted or Cattle Decapitation. I don't want to say there are any kind of gravity blasts on this album, but it sure does seem like it wants to verge towards that because it's that fast and that maniacal. I'm really loving the drum work on this album. Just the way that the toms and the snares sound. Just very expertly crafted drum performance. I absolutely love what I hear. And the vocals. Malika is pretty much a female version of Corpse Grinder Fisher. I just love the intensity in her vocals. Her vocals are guttural, but not guttural to the point where you can understand them. You can hear her perfectly. Her wording is just perfect. Just the way she delivers her lyrics is just amazing. Even to the parts where her vocals begin to get a little bit more lower. A lot more guttural. It's just a very solid vocal performance. I'm loving what I'm hearing. And another thing that really takes the cake for me with this album is the lyrical content. Now, as much as I love brutal death metal, there is a key for me when it comes to lyrics, because when you think of brutal death metal, you would normally think of blood and guts and gore and all that, but I love brutal death metal that strays away from that. You get really awesome lyrical content. outside of that, I mean, dealing with futuristic elements, tyranny, torture, very, very intricate, solid lyrics going on here. And I think it's extremely awesome to hear something refreshing from the normal brutal death metal. Now, I know some people would probably want to get their comparisons to Cerebral Bore ready, because they're another band that have a lot of notoriety and are getting bigger by the second, mainly because, not because of the fact that they have a female vocalist, but because their music is really brutal and technical. This band, to me, in my view, is a tad bit better. It's better because of the lyrical content, the music. It's just a huge step up for me. And this is a band that will probably get a lot bigger and better as time goes by. But they will remain true to what they are, remain true to themselves, and remain true to their visions and their ideas. This is a band that definitely deserves all the hype and praise in the world, and I am so stoked for this band's future and what's next for them. They deserve it so much. So overall, this is probably one of the best brutal death metal albums of this year, not only for the fact that it's crushing and brutal, but because there is a lot of intelligence going on. Incredible lyrics, incredible musicianship, such great fluidity. I love this album. I love it a lot. Out of the 8 tracks, some of my favorites include Monarch Omega, Fabrication of the Enemy, Schismatic, and Hatred Relentless. Incredible, incredible stuff. I'm going to leave you some links in the description box to this band's Bandcamp page where you can stream this album, hear it for yourself. Also to their YouTube channel, their Facebook page. Go give them a like, support this band, give them the love that they deserve. So I'm going to show you the album again. And by the way, thank you guys in Abnormality for giving me a chance to hear this album and get it out there to the masses. This is incredible stuff. You guys are awesome. So again, the album is Contaminating the Hive Mind by Abnormality. This is released on Severed Records. Buy this, and this gets an 8.75 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. Support this band. Support Abnormality. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.